They thought it was worth the risk to try that 58-yard field goal, but now they put their defense in a tough spot. 1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun to give, looking for room. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt in the SEC, you've got to set the tone. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason. They know what's riding them on.
There's so much riding them on. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get...
It's picked up. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He's loose down the left side. And he's going to run all the way back. Touchdown away.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A little release to the back. Got room at the 35. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Under fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on it, just like they did that last time it was manipulation.
He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show him the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Made a defender miss. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion, setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Boise State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The extra point here would tie the game.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. It's a draw. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Godfrey. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Boise State ready to send out that offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Turning it on. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll go to the ground. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
It's really hard to control the running game. You don't control the line of scrimmage. How about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run all the time.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Grab near the sticks. It's Godfrey. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Flames are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the back. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And he'll finish the run into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now they kick the extra point. They tie this game. Anything could happen.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you're going to find somebody that can make the play and create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
And the Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Turns it on in midfield. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
The Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Holds and fires complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown catch.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Godwin. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Gets the back moving. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Fires left. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. It's complete to the right.
Guys on the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Wants to fire on second down. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there. Down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
Running into the open space. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Caught in the backfield. It's Godfrey. And he moves over the end zone.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Just hold up some time, getting in the end zone, chance to tie this up, and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Hawaii. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Boise State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time he's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Flames come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Flames line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. One more snap coming before halftime. Handoff to the single back. There he goes. Got enough for the first. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Flames will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, you're pounding the rock. Like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Grab near the marker. It's Demania. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gets down with the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Broncos have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start for the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
From the gun, the ground game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Now they'll run it on the toss. Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every weekend. Let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Going for the marker on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. There wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
At all, great job by the defense getting back to the ball,
And the D denied him on second and goal. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one, now they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to sling it on second down. And that one's incomplete.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab on the left side. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Flames are on the move. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. from the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
The Flames have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back did this route. Just get down there when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, but be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, get that through the floor, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here we go. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Stamania. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they do it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Nice pickup on the return. But more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job keeping his eyes getting to the football.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Ready. Set. Kill. Razor. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Flames with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Gets open down the middle. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep the ball.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they
breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Broncos, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Across the 35. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. He's got it on the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I'll say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
You win a game like this against a higher-ranked team in the top 10 behind this rushing attack, and you will have opened some eyes after this game.
Yeah, early in the season, being able to open some eyes and say, listen, we're legit, we're for real, we're physical. You better bring your lunchbox when you play us. This is a great start to the season.
It's going to give them a lot of confidence, too, David, because you look at this team's schedule down the road, they're going to need to be able to run the ball. They're going to have to be physical if they want to keep winning, and they want that number beside their name to keep getting smaller and smaller.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing